Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to this edition of Yorkville Sports. You're in the nest, the Eagles' nest, and I'm your host, Joe Patrick. Well, our boys were at it again last week. You know, we're always a week behind. We have boys going out on Sunday. They're not playing tomorrow, but they're going out on Sunday. But last week we had our 8Us come through, our 9Us come through. Our 12Us came through, 13Us came through, 14Us came through. All the teams came through. We had a little struggles at the 10U division, and we had splits or at the 11U position. But, yay, you know, it's baseball, and that's what happens. We're going to give you the scores and the rundowns, and we're going to introduce you again to little Noah Miller, who stopped by last week. We're going to show you the interview that we did with him. He's going to be doing some of our photography and videos in the field. So we're going to talk to him. And then we're going to get John Rodriguez in here to talk to us about the boys' success. Our boys are hitting home runs, and they're hitting home runs in bunches, not ones and twos. They're hitting home runs all over the place. And we're going to talk about that when we return to the Eagles' Nest. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. You're in the nest, the Eagles' Nest, and I'm your host, Joe Patrick. We're going to give you the travel scores for our teams for 9-27 and 9-28. That's last week. You know, we're a week behind. We're going to start with our 8U teams. Both of our 8U teams won. We're going to start, let's give you the 8U North team. They won 7-4 in the first game and 24-5 in the second. Now, that's getting the job done. They played the Westchester Bulldogs. In the first game, they were down 4-1 until the fifth inning when they scored 6 runs to pull the whole thing out. We had a great play catch in the outfield by Jack Peterson, the right fielder, in the top of the inning. It was highlighted by when he doubled up a runner off first base. So the ball was hit to him. He spotted where the runner was, threw back to first place, doubled him up. That was it. Game out. Throw him out. That's it. He's out of the game. All right. In the second game, the Bats came out swinging. I don't know what they did, but they scored 6 runs in every single inning and mercied the boys. They had to stop. I can't take any more. You're choking me to death. You know, that's what happens when Eagles put the talents on you. We grab you so hard, you can't do much with it. So that's what our 8U team is doing. These are the little guys, the tiny mice. They're no bigger than a bug. And you know what they're doing? They're stomping people out. And that's what we like to see. They're on a 4-game winning streak. So, boys, keep it up. Keep up the good work. All right, now we're going to move up to our 8U South team. Our 8U South, they played Rybrook. They won the first game 12-4, and in the second game they won 12-2. So they 2 runs less in the second game. I don't know what the boys did, but they played inspired ball. And I have to tell you that this is a fun team to watch, and it's a fun team to follow. You know, they won their first game. You know, it was a good game, but, you know, nothing really to talk about. They just did their game. They did their thing. But I believe it was in the second game, this is something that I want everybody to focus in on, because our boys are doing something that they haven't done before, and that's our boys on all the levels are hitting home runs. Our Louisville, the Louisville Slugger, the guy that comes in here, I think he's using the Eastern bat anyway, but he's our Babe Ruth. That's Jesus Batista. Hit another home run. This guy hit a home run, I believe, 2 weeks ago. And maybe 2 home runs, I think, 2 weeks ago. And he's hitting another home run last week. So, Jesus, keep up the good work. But we want to add somebody else to our hit parade. David Overholser. I mean, what can I say? This is another young man who's dedicating he's being dedicated to the craft, and he's just doing everything that he can to get better, and it's showing. David Overholser got his first round tripper. I mean, around the bases, he just trotted around, you know. It wasn't one of those inside the park things where you just run all day over the fence. David, you know what I'm saying? David slayed Goliath. Didn't he do that? David slayed those guys from Rybrook. That's what he did. One swing in the bat, boop, game over. That's what I'm talking about, David. I mean, and in that second game, you know what they did? They just did their thing. All right? So, David, good work. Jesus, keep up the good work. You know, we had some good plays on defense, too. Eli, the catcher, threw a guy out at trying to steal second base. He's behind the plate, and what did he do? He gunned the guy down. You know, that's not easy to do for an 8-year-old from home plate to second base. I don't know if it was on a fly or one hopper, but he threw him out anyway. And another interesting defensive play, David Overholser, that name again, remember that name, David Overholser. He's playing in the outfield. He catches a ball. No, he's playing first base. Sorry. He's playing first base, and they double up the runner where he got the runner out at first and threw home to stop the runner from sliding in and getting and scoring a run. So him and Eli, David and Eli, they teamed up for a double play. I mean, that's how you get it done on defense. Remember, you can't win unless you play defense. You can score, but unless you stop the other team from scoring, which our boys did, you know, you can't win like that. All right? You can't win with the other team scoring runs. So good job, guys. Good job. So that's our 8U North and our 8U South teams. We're going to move over to our 9U teams. Our 9U North team, both our 9U teams, 9U North and South, they both won their games. And we're going to start with the 9U North, who won their game, the first game 13-9, I'm sorry. And in the second game, the guys got close, but they still won. They won that game 9-8. And you know, I have to say they say the game was close. We don't have much here by way of our review, other than the fact that the game was won with a walk-off. Well, no, they won on a walk, a hit in the last inning. So anyway, guys, they won anyway. Keep up the good work, our 9U North team, and you know, we got to keep going. We got to keep pushing. 9U South, here we go. 9U South, that's Clark Wright's team, and he's in the gym right now. Their boys were in the gym earlier today. They won 17-1 in the first game and 11-8 in the second game. 17-1, 11-8. Guys, you let them get a little close. That's a little too close for my liking. I like those low numbers. 17-1. 11-8. That's okay. It was a blowout against Ossining. They played the Ossining team. It was a blowout in the first game and so on. But in the second game, they made a few defensive errors, from what we understand, and they let Ossining get a couple of runs. However, they were down 4-0, and they came back to win the game 11-8. They let the other team score 4 more runs, but we scored 11. They only scored 4, so that means we win. So, again, boys, remember, keep the pedal to the metal. Don't let up. When you grab them, you get those talents on them, you squeeze them, hold them while they're down until it's over. We don't have to, you know, we can mercy them. It's okay. You can mercy the guys. It's all good. So that's our 9U South team getting it done. That's Clark Wright's team. All right, so we're going to move over to our 10U teams. Both of our 10U teams put up losses over the weekend. The scores and the points are not important at this point. They did not win. And in some of the games, they were close, but not close enough. So we want both of our 10U teams to know that we're still there with you, Eagles. And, you know, you got to get there, stay focused. You know, when you get in the gym, stay focused in the gym, because, you know, it's what you put in practice is what you get out. You take out and put it on the field. And, you know, you've got to stay focused on both ends, in practice and on the field. And I know you guys win, so, you know, you lost last week. We'll get them this week. I think you're playing on Sunday, so I think all the teams are off tomorrow, and you're playing on Sunday. So just get back to your winning ways and do what you got to do, all right? Come home with some victories this time, all right? Here we go. At our 11U team, they split. They won 9-0 in the first game, and they lost 7-2 in the second. So what did you guys do? You went to sleep? 9-2, 7-2, no, 9-0, 7-2. Went to sleep. Come on, guys, wake up, keep it up. I understand that after you spanked them around in the first game, you probably took these boys for granted and they cleaned your clock. So let's not get our clocks clean. We clean clocks. We don't get our clocks clean. All right. So just keep the pedal to the metal, boys. I know you're playing. You're doing all you can to win. So let's just keep it up. Let's not take the pedal off the gas. Let's keep it down while we can, and let's just finish them off. Mercy them if we can. Do what we got to do to win. All right. Our 12U team. That's Brad Shaw's team. And I have to say that this team, by no surprise, when they lose, they admit when they lose, we didn't play too good, but we're going to get them next week. They won last week too, but they're really crushing the guys this week. They won 16-0 in the first game and 16-1 in the second game. My gosh, that's how you do it. But did you have to give them one run? I mean, come on, guys. Don't give them anything. If you're going to do anything, let them score a couple of runs. No, don't let them score nothing like you did in the first game. Zippo, grab them, talent, squeeze, shake them around, dispose. That's what they did. 16-0, 16-1. Brad, no one points. We don't want one runs. Nothing, okay? But one thing I do have to say about this team, the boys are playing really inspired baseball, all of them, and they're hitting home runs. It's I don't know if it's no surprise or if it is surprising, but again, two of our boys went over the fence last week. Matt Shaw is just hitting, his bat is on fire. And then little Chris Ling, who would have thunk it? I mean, every time Matt hits one, Chris hits one. Chris hits one, Matt hits one. They put up 2 home runs last week after home runs the week before. I think the week before, I don't know, but we're going to start a home run board. We're going to put these boys up there so everybody out there in Yorkville land can see your boys hitting home runs. We're hitting them on the 12U level. We've got some on the 9U level. We've got some on the 8U level. What's going on here? Nothing but home runs like that. Oh, and incidentally, I want to say something about one of our young boys who comes in here all the time. Oh, gosh, what's his name? I got to come back. But I'll come back. I'll tell you a little story in a minute. But anyway, so that's our 12U team. And then we have our 13U teams right now. Both of our 13U teams, they won one, lost one. 13U North won the first game 4-2, and then lost 10-4. Guys, they really fell asleep. Boys, come on back. Come back. Stay with me now. Don't win one and lose the next one so badly. Come on back. Stay with me. Talents. All right. 13U South. They lost the first game 18-6. But they woke up, came back, and won 8-3, 18-6. Woke up, come back, 8-3. I don't know what that 18-6 was. Maybe you didn't get your Wheaties in the morning. You still had sleep in your eyes or something. Wake up, get them. You know the early bird gets the win, right? Eagles, early bird, win, fly down, get them, do your thing. All right, we're watching you. Both of the 13U teams, they're good teams, and they're winning. So. With winning comes losing, so okay, we'll take a loss here and there, but guys, just keep it up. Keep up the good work. Last, we're going to round out with Anthony DeLillo's team. That's the big boys, the guys that swing the heavy lumber, the big bats. 14U, they won. They played 4 games over the weekend. I think they played Saturday and Sunday. They won on Saturday, lost on Sunday. The Saturday wins are 10-1 and 12-1. So that's getting it done. 10-1, 12-1, getting it done. In the second set of games, I believe that was on Sunday, they lost 9-1 and 8-3. Can't win them all, but I don't know. Did you guys get tired? Gosh, I'm tired now anyway. But, guys, just keep it up. That's all of our teams. Keep it up. That's the phone. We'll be right back. So that's the rundown for week 4. And when we return, we're going to talk to John Rodriguez about the guys doing what it should be of no surprise to some of you, guys hitting home runs. What are they doing in the gym that's causing all these home runs out of nowhere to just start happening all of a sudden? And we're going to talk to young Noah Miller. Noah is our new roving photographer. He's coming around to your field or your gym. And when you see him engage young Noah, he's taking pictures for us. He'll be taking some videos. He'll be doing some commentary. You might even see him or hear him doing some interviews and so on. So when you see little Noah, engage him, talk to him. He'll be talking to you, okay? So when we return, both John Rodriguez and Noah Miller. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back. And I'm your host, Joe Patrick. This is young Noah Miller. Noah, how are you?
I'm doing good, Joe.
Okay, you know, Noah is going to be with us taking pictures and videos out in the field. He's going to be helping out. He's going to be my help. You know, I needed somebody to work along with me, and young Noah has taken up the gauntlet, and he's going to go down there and he's going to bring it. He's going to bring the noise. So Noah, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. We have a break from school, so we have a long weekend. So I decided to stop by here, introduce myself to everyone, see the lay of the land, and hopefully tomorrow we're gonna go out and shoot some photos and videos and get things started.
Okay, there you go. Tomorrow we're going to start with some tackle football. The head of the tackle program, Daquan Hawkins, he's expecting you. We're going to be out on Randall's Island, field number 10. That's right next to Icon Stadium. And so tell me, how did you get started in photography anyway?
Well, a while back, as every kid did when he was about 9 or 10, he loved seeing things explode or catch on fire. And so me and my friends really got into Adobe After Effects and Photoshop. And so I would spend hours upon hours making these crazy special effects. And after that, I always just loved seeing videos and pictures just come to life. And really recently, at camp, I spent just about all my time at the photo studio rendering videos and editing photos and helping out with projects. And recently with a lot of friends, I've been working on projects here, along with sports pictures, skateboarding pictures, which we do a lot, and just getting as much into it as I can with what I'm able to deal with.
Okay,
right now.
So it seems like you're pretty proficient with the Adobe products.
Yeah.
We use Adobe After Effects and Photoshops, and anything that's Adobe, we use it. So you're going to be a great help to me. As a matter of fact, you'll probably be able to teach me a couple of things. You know, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Watch Noah.
I mean, I'll try.
All right, there you go. So you take a lot of action. You've done a lot of action shots before.
Yep.
You know, we're going to put a couple of shots up on the board. This one, we're taking a look at a couple of them right now, and that's pretty cool. No, that's pretty cool. So these are skateboard shots, right?
Yeah, a lot of these are skateboard shots that at camp. What we did was we actually had we had one night where we had like almost a skate event. Where all the counselors built ramps. Actually, the wood shop built ramps, and everyone just went at it. And ever since that, I've been just dying to get something like that at home with my friends who all skateboard. So what we did was we went downtown to a skate park and we got like 8 or 9 people, and we just set up a bunch of ramps and rails, and we had our own little skate night, and that's what we're doing right now.
Okay, nice. So, you know, again, Noah's going to be out. He's coming around to all of the fields. We don't want to overwork him, but he'll be at some fields. He's going to do football, especially tackle football, because we don't get to see Daquan and his teams out there. We're going to get him over to the flag football, of course. But we're also going to be able to get some of the actual rec league baseball games in the fall. We're going to try that. We're going to get them out there, and maybe some of the the travel teams too. And then as winter rolls around, hopefully Noah will have the time to be with us. We'll get into the gyms. We'll, you know how we like to come around and watch those b-ball games. So we're going to get in and watch those basketball games. And we're even for the first time, Yorkville, we're going to get out to see the travel basketball team, at least in practice, because we do know that they play upstate. So we're not going to send young Noah up there, but we're going to get in to see the practices and see how things are. So hey, Noah, thank you. Welcome to the family.
Thanks.
And you know what? When we come back, we're going to talk about baseball. We're going to bring you the sports, the scores from last week. Our 8U team did really well, and both of our 8U teams did really well. And we're going to take you to a memorable night, something in which is going to live in my heart forever. I think I'm going to go to the grave with a smile on my face because in my lifetime, I would have never thought that I would have witnessed something as I did last night. And we went to the last baseball game that Derek Jeter played in New York City. And it was a wonderful night. All of the Yorkville fans were there. Some of the coaches and their sons and daughters and the Yorkville execs were out. And it was just a magical night. So, we're going to give you that when we come back. It's going to be long. And so I warn you, it's going to be long. So if you can't watch the whole thing, just put it on pause and come back and watch it later. Because, hey, look, we're getting it in. I'm trying to tell you, we're getting it in. So, Noah, thanks for coming in.
Of course.
All right, more when we return. When we come back, we're going to have John Rodriguez. He's going to tell us all about these home runs that the boys are hitting. But I want to make a special note, though. In our 8U North game, our 8U North team, I should say, in the last series of games that they played last week, every single player had at least a hit. Every player. Our 8-year-old players, we have a couple of 7s on the team. Everybody stroked the ball. That's what I'm talking about. Getting it done all the way around, top to bottom, from young to old. It doesn't matter. 8-year-olds getting it done. More with John Rodriguez when we return. This is your Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back, and we're here with John Rodriguez. And you know what? I know you're looking at me and you're wondering, how did he go from the crimson to the white? This is television. I can do anything that I want. It's like snap, and we're back. But anyway, we're here with John Rodriguez. And John, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right. So, John, we want to talk about the success that our boys are having. Some of our boys, anyway, are having with all of these home runs. I mean, they didn't hit home runs before. Now the guys are actually putting balls over the walls. So tell us about it. What is the chemistry that you've mixed up to get these guys to do what they're doing?
It's just explaining, balance, hand path. Just really, hand path with me is the biggest thing. Even if you're out in front, you're late, it doesn't matter. If you get that top hand palm up through the zone, leaving your barrel starting from the back side of the strike zone all the way through to the front side of the strike zone, you'll be able to get good contact through the ball. Jeter has done it, over 3,000 times. Okay. How many times has he gotten beaten inside and still hit a ball at the right field for a base hit?
All right.
It's all about hand path.
So you're not actually teaching the boys how to hit home runs. You're just trying to get them to hit the ball, make solid contact.
Consistently. Not just, okay, let's muscle up and try to hit one once in a while. No, I'm trying to get them to do this consistently.
Okay. Do you know how many of your boys are actually hitting home runs right now?
There's quite a few. We have Matt Shaw with 3, Chris Ling with 3, Drew Lazarus with 2, Pete Camiso has 1.
Pete Camiso.
Yeah.
That's right, Pete Camiso.
You know, that's another young kid where, you know, he definitely has potential. If, you know, there were fences, he probably would have had more, you know. And then one of my favorites here,
Okay.
is Aiden Hohenthaler. That kid is
Aiden Horn. I love saying this kid's name.
Hohenthaler.
Hornthaner. Every
Yes.
time he comes in, you know what? He's so serious. Every time I talked to him the other day, I said, Aiden, you know, you're like a gym rat. You're here every day. What do you have, a bed in the back? And he just looked at me and said, huh? And he just kept going. He didn't. This guy has tunnel vision. When he's in the cage batting around and he's with his team, he's so focused. I don't think he even sees any of his teammates.
Exactly. The
He's
kid
just dead on it. Dead on it.
With me, when he's just one-on-one, he's already to that point where he knows what he's doing wrong. It's like I really have to talk to him. You know, I like to make him smile and try to, you know, get him to have a little bit more fun, you know, throughout the lesson.
This guy's
But he
serious.
does. He has fun with it. He's, you know, it's a workout.
All right.
You know, he makes me work. You know, he makes me strive to make him better.
Okay.
And that's what I like about him. You know, he's a hard worker and he's focused and he knows what he wants and he wants to take this game to the next level.
So tell me, now, if there were fences in some of Aiden's games, because it just so happens, unfortunately, his team's home field doesn't have a fence. It's partnered with another field on the other end.
Yep.
So, you know, when you hit the ball just keeps running. But if there was a fence, how many home runs do you think Aiden would have right now?
Well, his mother was telling me about 4 to 5.
4 to 5
Yes,
home runs.
because there's, I think he has maybe 6 triples that went over the outfielders' heads. So who knows? You know, anything is possible, and that kid could definitely make it happen.
Okay, so Matt Shaw, Chris Ling, Drew Lazarus, Peter Camiso, and Aiden Hornthaler. He's got 5 guys hitting multiple home runs.
And there's probably more there. So if I, you know, missed anybody, and also Daniel Pramberger and who was the other guy, the other kid? I'm sorry,
Daniel Pramberger.
Harry Swanson. 2 of those guys hit the wall. So it's all in a matter of time that, you know, they'll be getting that ball and, you know, getting their first
Okay.
home run or the second, the third, you know, and it starts to climb
Up and
after
coming.
that.
Swanson and Pramberger. Oh, and then you also have young Jesus Batista, right?
Yeah.
You worked with him.
That kid is he's different. He's a different story. You know,
Okay.
He's ahead of his time. You know, he's one of those kids that is just naturally gifted. So right now, I don't want to, you know, tweak his swing too much because he has that gift. It's just some people, you know, have it, and he's one of them. So as he gets older, he'll start seeing different pitches. Then, you know, I'll take him under my wing and, you know, show him the different type of swings and, you know, the mentality of the game was where it comes into, you know, stay more consistent.
Okay, you know, when we come back, we're going to take you through a couple of the home runs. We have a couple of the actual home runs hit by Chris Ling and Matt Shaw, courtesy of
I'm guessing the parents, one of the
oh yeah,
parents.
oh
or-
yeah. Actually, it was Chris's dad.
There you go.
Chris's dad gave us some footage. So when we come back, we're going to take a look at that. Now let's go through 2 of your boys. We're going to take Chris Ling and Matt Shaw. We have Matt Shaw up here on the screen right now. Just go through his swing. Just go through, analyze his swing for us.
Just as we freeze it here, you know, like I said, just starting off with your balanced position and making sure you have that timing and that rhythm going back, and always, you know, even before you get up to that plate, you have a game plan.
Right.
There's always a game plan. What does this guy throw? Does he throw off speed early? Does he throw off speed late? Does he throw anything? What's his pitch to get guys out at? With 2 strikes. So here Matt swings at the first pitch, as you can see. Elbow was right to the ribs. Now he's extending at this point right there. He's already going through the ball. His top hand is palm up towards the sky, which is allowing his barrel to go through the strike zone. And as you can see here with the outcome, that ball straight away center, buddy.
He crushed it. He crushed
Yes,
it.
no better than that,
So that was Matt. Now we're gonna get Chris. This is Chris. Chris hit 2 in that game. Chris hit 2 home runs in this game. Let's pull up Chris's right here. No, that's from the other side. Let's get Chris.
Well, with Chris also, I could just tell you, he came in saying that with like a different batting stance and then a different approach to the ball, and then he said, well, somebody changed me. I said, whoa, go back. Why would you change anything if you hit like 600 or 700 in the spring? Why would you change anything? Before he was getting back, nice, good load, strong front side, getting down to that ball and driving it, especially driving it the other way. Came to me in the fall, well, about a couple of weeks ago, and said, they told me I shouldn't do this or I shouldn't, and I'm said, listen to me, go back, do things like you used to, get those hands back, make sure you're getting back to that strong position, and stay through the ball like we've been doing before. Don't change anything. I think that was on a Wednesday. That following Saturday, he hit a home run, and then I think this right here was either last week or 2 weeks ago. He hit 2 more. So
okay,
it's all about getting back to basics.
Take a look at the end of his swing. The ball is already on its way out. What about his leg positions and everything?
Strong front side. Good balance on his backside. His hands, see it, top hand, palm up through the zone. He's staying through the ball. His front side, his front shoulder, and everything else was on it, so he was able to stay behind that baseball and drive it the other way.
Wow, let's see the outcome. Look at that.
Good night.
Out of the wall. Wow. So, I mean, it's no secret. We're not trying to recreate the wheel. It's not rocket science. Top hand up, barrel through the ball. I see the ball. I hit the ball. That's it. At least that's what Chris said the other day. And, these guys are getting it from John Rodriguez over here. John, if you had anything that you want to tell some of the other Eagles that are out there, or anyone of the baseball players in our rec league, or anyone watching, what would you say if you want to sum up just the art of hitting and getting good hits?
It's all about consistency, coming in, working. If you really want to get better at this game, I can definitely get you better. I'm not promising you, you're going to get to the big leagues. That's on you, on how much effort and how much work you put in. But besides that, if you come in, I guarantee you I will make you better. But like I said, you have to want it. You have to work for it. You can't just come in and then just swing however you want to swing. No, you have to come in and trust what I'm telling you and teaching you, and I guarantee you the outcome will be a lot better.
All right, well, there you have it from John Rodriguez himself. And if you want to get more information about how to set up lessons, private lessons, group lessons here at the Baseball Academy with John, and we have Jamie and Clark is over here, just give us a call at 347-441-3029. That's 347-441-3029, or visit us on the web at yyaa.org, and we'll set you up. This guy's got guns over here. He knows how to hit those things.
Time.
And like I said, we're Eagles, and Eagles do one thing. We fly higher than everybody else. The talents, you know what I'm talking about. Grab them, shake them around, and we dispose of teams, and our young boys are disposing of pitchers right now, hitting home runs. Who would have thought that?
Hey, Hand path, baby.
All right, there you go.
Let it work.
More when we return. We're just going to close this out, and if we don't return, we'll see you next week. All right?